The number one is asking for 4 organs of the urinary system. You have your kidneys, and then your ureters, which are like
Long
tubes, there you go. And then bladder, urinary bladder, and your urethra. Something to pay attention to is that a lot of people mix up ureter with urethra, so try your best not to flip those around during the exam. I'm dyslexic, so I mean, I've run into that.
There's 2 ureters, there's only 1 urethra.
Yeah, there you go. And then, another thing interesting too is that, so in the female, usually females get a lot of like UTIs because their urethra is really short, but males, their urethra is longer, so females are more prevalent for UTIs.
My dad gets a lot of those though.
Yeah, well,
I'm not sure why.
maybe it could be like age.
Being old.
Age.
Age.
So, which urinary organ is responsible for the majority of urinary actions?
Kidneys.
Kidneys. Which of these below is false of the urinary system? So, let's see. So, does the urinary system, I know it's right up there. So, the urinary system does regulate water, sodium, potassium, and chloride in the plasma. And whenever you see plasma, it's talking about blood plasma. The urinary system does maintain body pH, and we will go into acid-base balance and those sort of things. The urinary system also adjusts the urinary volume and the release of hormones for blood pressure, because blood pressure is all about water, right? You don't have any, no water, no blood pressure. You have water in your system, then you will have blood pressure. The false one is it conserves waste and eliminates nutrients. I just flip those around, try to trick you. I mean, it's, you know. And then the urinary system does help with calcium absorption from the small intestine. For more explanation, so if you look at C, the urinary volume and hormones to regulate blood pressure, the kidneys release erythropoietin and renin hormones. Renin causes you to retain water, so renin, retain water, and then erythropoietin is released from your kidneys, and it goes to your bones, and it causes your bones to release red blood cells. For option E, helps with calcium absorption. It helps with calcium absorption by synthesizing calcitriol hormone. And calcitriol basically goes to your bones and tells your bones take the calcium, to take it out of the blood. So you take calcium out of the blood and put it in your bones. That's how it helps with calcium absorption. Retroperitoneal. This means in front of the parietal peritoneal. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. It means in front of the parietal peritoneal. Is this true or false? False, right? Because retro means behind. So you can think about retro, like back in the day, you know, behind. The kidneys are innervated by parasympathetic stimulation. This is false. It is stimulated by sympathetic stimulation. Yes. Which is, what's sympathetic? Is this the rest and digest or
No, the fight, flight, or
fight or flight? Yep.
thank you.
Yep. So this is like, you can think about it like the fight or flight makes your, your heartbeat speed up and everything, and it has explanation that you guys will have access to. But you can think about like someone scares you, like and you like pee yourself, Right. Good one. That's the best way. So for number 6, I know your thing is a little bit, right? Okay, we're just listing them off.
Yes.
Okay, renal blood vessels. So I can probably pull up a picture for this. Okay, so this looks like organ. Is this what it's called? The segmental. Is this what it's called in your textbook? The arcuate artery, or is it called something else? And, oh, yeah, I think it was. Okay, well, we're just gonna go like that. Can you guys see this? Debbie, can you see okay? Okay, so this is the order that it is. So you have your renal arteries, which are right over, I'm getting this, okay. So you, like, which are the really big, renal artery, self-explanatory. Artery is the biggest blood vessel that has oxygenated blood in it. So artery is going away from the heart to the kidney. So you have your renal artery, your interlobar artery, which is just a branch off of that. You have your arcuate artery, which it branches off again. It's like a tree. It just branches. Then you have your cortical radiate artery, which then branches off again. I can't quite see this. Arcuate, interlobar. Okay. And then your cortical radiate artery. And then, so this is your renal arteries. This is your nephron blood flow. You have your afferent arterial. Whenever you hear the word afferent, it's going towards something. So when you have your, do you guys know what I'm drawing up here? What is this thing called?
That is the glomerulus capillary,
Okay.
nephron.
Yep.
The nephron loop.
So this is your cap. This whole thing is called the nephron. Okay. I don't have another color, but this is your blood flow right here. Okay. And then your blood kind of mingles with everything else. I'm a terrible artist. So you have your afferent arterial, which is going in, and then you have your glomerulus. Your glomerulus is just a cluster of capillaries. You then have your efferent arterial. This one is coming out. And then you have your peritubular capillaries. Peri meaning like right next to, and then tubular. So these capillaries are just right next to the tubes that filter up. We're gonna go through like nephron and everything, all of this. But your peritubular capillaries are just the capillaries that surround the nephron, the tubular. Think about tubes of your urinary system. Because your urinary system is like, well, if you think about kidneys like washing machines, right? It washes your blood and it gets rid of everything. Your nephrons are like the tubes. So peritubular capillaries, the blood vessels next to those tubes, peritubular. Renal veins, it has the same name. So we have renal arteries coming to cortical radiate artery. It's the same thing, just opposite. So if you memorize this first half, then
You'll get the second half, just this vein.
yeah, just have it say vein.
Alright, that works for me.
It's the same thing, just going the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm. And this is just for your, I think you can, you could just color, I mean, if your color, color it as it is. So you don't need to label anything in here, but you just need to color it. So the cortex
So
is, what is that?
that's the outer,
Yeah, the outside. Your renal artery, which is
that guy.
artery, yeah. What color would an artery be?
Red.
Red, yeah, there you go. Renal vein,
Blue.
and blood is coming out.
Yep.
And then your ureter,
G.
which
Going
is
down.
coming down. Yep. So that would be like yellow. But this is pretty straightforward.
Awesome.